Hold on to your seats, Bears Nation. We've got bombshells that are about to rock Soldier Field to its core. Are you ready for this? Because what's coming is hotter than a fresh-out-the-oven deep dish pizza. First off, our draft is about to take a turn no one saw coming. A guard in the top 10? Yep, you heard that right. But hold up, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. The controversy has been served, and trust me, you'll want to catch every juicy detail. Now, strap in, because the rumor about our new offensive coordinator is explosive. A name that's built college football dynasties might just be on the verge of landing in Chicago. Could this be the architect we need to take our young QB to the promised land? And to top it all off, there's a GM on the horizon for our coaching staff. A former college star quarterback who's climbing the ranks faster than a bear clawing its way up a tree. This addition could be the X factor that transforms our offense from cub to unstoppable beast. Don't blink, because every second counts. This season is shaping up to be more intense than traffic on the Kennedy Expressway during rush hour. Want to know more? Stay tuned, because this is just the start. Now's the time. Hit that subscribe button like you're tackling a rival in the red zone. Drop your fiercest like and buckle up for the wildest ride in Bears history. Bear down! I can't believe this! Are we seriously talking about selecting a guard with the 10th pick in the draft? Let me tell you something, Bears family. I'm going to be completely honest, when I saw Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, I almost fell out of my chair. Tyler Booker from Alabama, at pick 10? I'm asking you, are we really going to use such a valuable pick on a guard when we have so many other needs? Look, I respect Jeremiah, okay? The guy knows his stuff and has connections all over the NFL. But let me tell you this, if Ryan Poles picks a guard at number 10, especially when elite tackles are still on the board, we'd be making a massive mistake. You know what's worrying me even more? Brandon Thorne, the go-to expert on offensive linemen, gave Booker a second-round grade. Second round, people. And here we are, thinking about him in the top 10. Now, let me be fair, Booker is a solid prospect. He's got power, attitude, and that intimidating factor we need on our O-line. But I think we're overhyping his value here. Let me ask you this, wouldn't it make more sense to draft an elite tackle who could protect Caleb Williams for the next decade? Shouldn't we be looking at premium positions with such a high pick? And here's my final point, Ryan Poles has been very clear about his draft philosophy. He wants players at premium positions that are hard to find. A guard? We can snag a solid one in the second or third round. So to wrap this up, here's my question. Would you rather take a solid guard at pick 10 or roll the dice on an elite tackle who could anchor our O-line for the next 10 years? And listen up, Bears Nation. David Shaw? Let me tell you something about this situation. Here's what's got me hyped about this news. Let me break it down for you. David Shaw isn't just some coach. This guy built a powerhouse at Stanford. 96 wins to 54 losses. Do you know how hard it is to maintain that level of success at Stanford, where the academic standards are crazy high? But here's my question. Is Shaw the right answer to help develop Caleb Williams? Is he the kind of offensive coordinator we need in this new era for the Bears? Look, let me drop a truth bomb. Shaw has a reputation for being, let's say, conservative with his offensive philosophy. And I think, hear me out here, I think that with a talent like Caleb Williams, we need someone who's willing to be aggressive, to innovate. But you know what I like about this potential hire? The experience. This man knows how to manage personalities, how to develop talent. And let's not forget he spent the last year with the Broncos in an NFL front office role. That's a big deal, folks. Now, let me be real with you. The fact that Shaw was in the mix for the head coach role before we hired Ben Johnson tells me something. It tells me the organization sees something special in him. But will that be enough? Here's my final point. We need someone who can sync perfectly with Ben Johnson. Someone who can bring fresh ideas but also knows when to take a back seat and let Johnson do his thing. To wrap this up, here's the big question. Is David Shaw the offensive coordinator who can take Caleb Williams and this offense to the next level? Or should we be looking for someone riskier and more innovative? And now listen up, Bears family. JT Barrett. The same JT Barrett who lit it up at Ohio State. And you know what? I think this might be one of the smartest moves we've made. Why am I so excited? Let me lay it out for you. When you've got a young quarterback like Caleb Williams, you need someone who knows the game from the inside. And who better than JT Barrett? This guy lived what it means to be an elite college QB. But let me ask you something. Isn't it fascinating how, in just 3 years, Barrett has gone from offensive assistant to quarterback's coach? I'm telling you, that kind of meteoric rise doesn't happen by accident. Here's what I love about this hire. Barrett comes from Ben Johnson's system in Detroit. He knows the system. He's young, hungry, and he gets the modern quarterback mentality. He's worked with Jared Goff and witnessed his transformation in Detroit. But you know what's most important? Ben Johnson is building something special here. He's taking a page from Dan Campbell's playbook, former players who know the game from the trenches. Accountability? We'll have that in spades. And I believe, mark my words, I believe the chemistry between Barrett and Caleb Williams could be electric. Both are natural competitors. Both understand the pressure of being a standout quarterback. Now let me be real with you. Is it risky to give such an important role to someone relatively inexperienced? Maybe. But let me ask you this. Isn't it better to have someone young, hungry, and with something to prove than a veteran who's gotten too comfortable? To wrap this up, here's the critical question. Could this pairing of Barrett and Williams finally give us the explosive offense we've been waiting for? Bears fans, we've gone through these exciting updates together, and the future of our team hangs on these key decisions. Now it's time to share your thoughts. What do you think about our draft strategy? Should we lock in a solid guard with the 10th pick or roll the dice on an elite tackle who could be the foundation of our O-line for a decade? Your take is crucial as we gauge the pulse of our fan base. Looking at our coaching staff, do you believe David Shaw is the ideal offensive coordinator to elevate Caleb Williams and this offense? Or should we seek a more daring, innovative choice? This is sure to spark a lively debate among us. And speaking of risks, what are your thoughts on giving such a significant role to someone less experienced on the team? Do you prefer the energy and hunger of a young coach with something to prove, or the seasoned knowledge of an established veteran? These decisions will shape the future of our Chicago Bears, and your voice as fans is invaluable. I invite you to join our community. More than just a YouTube channel, we are a family bound by our passion for the Bears. So don't hesitate, hit that like button, share your opinions in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Together, we'll live through every high of the season, analyze every play, and celebrate every victory. Remember, your support is what makes this community stronger and bigger. Let's make the voice of Bears fans louder than ever. See you in the next video. Bear down!